Welcome back to the channel. In today's, we will look at Soumates September 2025 teasers. If you're new here, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button and leave a like on the video. Let's get straight into the video. Monday, September 1st, 2025. Sachin insists on his innocence, but his pleas fall on deaf ears when Siyali and Paresh lose faith in him. The disbelief from his closest loved ones leaves him devastated, shaking the very foundation of his trust. To make matters worse, Tejas and Roshni take cruel satisfaction in his misery, feeding on the pain that now grips him. Their mocking glances and smug smiles amplify his isolation, turning his struggle into a spectacle. Despite the heartbreak, Sachin holds on to a faint flicker of determination to prove himself. But betrayal from Siyali cuts deeply, and Paresh's doubt only widens the wound. Surrounded by mistrust and manipulation, he feels cornered. Tejas and Roshni revel in the chaos they've sown, while Sachin searches for the strength to fight back against both lies and despair. Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Disaster strikes when Renuka accidentally drinks Sachin's medicated concoction and falls ill, sending shockwaves through the family. Instead of compassion or understanding, she lashes out in suspicion. In her fragile state, she wrongly accuses Siyali of deliberately harming her, leaving Siyali stunned and helpless. The blame cuts like a blade, threatening to fracture Siyali's already fragile standing in the household. Siyali's protests are drowned out as doubt and anger take center stage. The family, caught in confusion, struggles to decide what to believe, while Tejas and Roshni quietly delight in the rising tension. Renuka's accusations ignite new fault lines within the Deshmukh home, leaving Siyali once again isolated when she needs support the most. Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Determined to reclaim his dignity, Sachin goes to the police station to retrieve his car and set the record straight. Meanwhile, Sayali uncovers a startling truth. Chidi was the one who framed Sachin, weaving lies to destroy his reputation. The revelation stuns her, confirming that his suffering was deliberately engineered. Relief washes over Siyali as the pieces finally fit, but the weight of betrayal remains. Even armed with the truth, she knows convincing the family will not be easy. Trust once broken is difficult to repair, and Siyali steels herself for the difficult task of bringing Chidi's schemes to light. Thursday, September 4th, 2025. Sachin fights back with undeniable proof, presenting a video that clears his name and exposes Chidi's lies. His reputation is restored as the truth shines through, and justice follows swiftly with Chidi's arrest. For Sachin, it is both a victory and a bittersweet reminder of how far he fell due to false accusations. Though vindicated, the wounds of mistrust remain raw. Some family members feel guilty for doubting him, but apologies cannot erase the sting of betrayal. The Deshmukh household breathes easier, yet the scars left behind serve as a quiet warning of how fragile trust can be. Friday, September 5th, 2025. Paresh, filled with remorse, apologizes to Sachin for his doubts, trying to heal their strained bond. The Deshmukhs seize the moment to celebrate when Tejas surprises everyone with a brand new car, drawing admiration and lifting spirits. For a brief time, joy returns to the house, and laughter echoes through the halls. But beneath the cheer, tension still lingers. Tejas basks in the glory of his gift, while Sachin remains subdued, quietly reminded of the mistrust he endured. The family rejoices outwardly, yet the unspoken wounds linger, a silent shadow over the celebration. Saturday, September 6th, 2025. Roshni seizes an opportunity to weaken Siyali's trust in Sachin, slyly pointing out his drinking habits. Her words are laced with poison, hoping to drive a wedge between the couple. But instead of creating distance, her manipulation backfires when Sachin and Siyali share a tender romantic moment that strengthens their bond. In their closeness, Siyali finds reassurance, and Sachin feels renewed strength. Roshni's frustration grows as her scheme collapses, while the couple's love proves unshakable in the face of outside interference. For a moment, The Deshmukh household witnesses love triumph over manipulation. Sunday, September 7th, 2025. Renuka carefully hides her true condition as she prepares breakfast, eager to win the family's favor and impress Perry. Her performance is calculated, every gesture aimed at creating the image of a perfect homemaker. When Perry arrives, the Deshmukhs play along, maintaining the illusion of harmony for her benefit. But beneath the surface, unease spreads like cracks in glass. Renuka may have temporarily earned admiration, but her deception leaves questions hanging in the air. Siyali watches silently, her instincts warning that the family's peace is once again being propped up by appearances rather than truth. Monday, September 8th, 2025. Perry admires Siyali's flower business, praising her hard work and entrepreneurial spirit. Her words lift Siyali's heart, but Renuka quickly issues a warning to the family. She reminds them that Perry's investment is crucial and insists they must tread carefully despite Perry's growing list of demands. The family tries to stay optimistic, but Siyali feels the pressure mounting. Balancing her dreams with the weight of responsibility becomes increasingly difficult. Renuka's words strike deep, leaving Siyali to wonder whether Perry's admiration comes with strings too heavy to carry. Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Renuka pushes Roshni to involve her uncle, hoping to strengthen ties with Perry and secure investment. Tejas too dreams of impressing Perry, but their excitement is dashed when she dismisses their efforts outright. Instead, she shifts her focus to a dinner party, leaving Renuka and Tejas disheartened. The rejection bruises Renuka's pride and dampens Tejas's enthusiasm. The Deshmukhs quietly note Perry's selective behavior, realizing she favors some while sidelining others. Her choices deepen the unease as her grip on the family grows tighter. 2025. At the dinner party, Perry praises Siyali's cooking, leaving the family pleasantly surprised. The compliments brighten Siyali's spirits, but they also unsettle Renuka, who feels overshadowed. Later, Riya confides her suspicion that Perry may harbor feelings for Paresh, a revelation that shakes the household's foundations. Siyali is left troubled by Riya's words, unsure of how to respond. The family, though outwardly calm, senses an undercurrent of tension beneath Perry's charm. What began as a pleasant evening leaves everyone with more questions than answers. Thursday, September 11th, 2025. Riya hatches a plan by hiring a fake interior designer to fool Perry. But in the process, Siyali overhears Perry asking about the value of the house. Though subtle, the remark plants doubt in Siyali's mind about Perry's true intentions. The incident leaves Siyali uneasy, and her instincts tell her something is amiss. While the family continues to admire Perry, Siyali resolves to remain cautious. She suspects that behind the charm lies a motive tied not to relationships, but to property and power. Friday, September 12th, 2025. Renuka reels as the family showers admiration on Perry, who has easily gained their favor. The mood abruptly changes when Perry announces that she now controls the house's power of attorney. The statement stuns everyone, leaving the Deshmukhs shaken. Renuka's pride shatters as she realizes the authority of the house has slipped from her hands. The family is left in shock, fearful of the implications. What began as admiration for Perry now twists into anxiety, as her control becomes undeniable. Saturday, September 13th, 2025. Sachin discovers Perry's sinister plan to sell the family home and rushes to warn Renuka. Panic sets in as the gravity of Perry's intentions becomes clear. Meanwhile, Roshni grows furious when Tejas reveals his dangerous new scheme of betting to make money. The Deshmukh family stands at a crossroads, torn between protecting their home and managing Tejas's reckless decisions. The tension builds as loyalty and greed collide, pushing the family deeper into chaos. Sunday, September 14th, 2025. Sachin advises Tejas to negotiate with a customer selling his shop, hoping to redirect his brother towards safer ground. Later, the family visits the showroom, filled with hope and anticipation about the new venture. Excitement bubbles as they weigh their options. But beneath the hopeful atmosphere, uncertainty lurks. Perry's control over the household lingers in the back of their minds, casting doubt on their decisions. Even moments of joy are tainted by the shadows of mistrust. Monday, September 15th, 2025. The Deshmukhs gather to brainstorm names for Tejas' new store, filling the home with lively discussions. Yet, the joy is cut short when Siyali bravely confronts Renuka about favoring Tejas over Sachin. Her words strike a nerve, and Sachin is moved by her defense. Overwhelmed by emotion, Sachin reflects on his struggles, grateful for Siyali's unwavering support. While the family continues their planning, the underlying divide remains sharp, threatening to split the household's unity apart. Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Sachin defends Siyali against Renuka's unreasonable demands, standing tall for his wife's dignity. Later, Paresh reminds him of his wedding anniversary, a bittersweet moment that briefly softens the day's tension. Though Siyali is initially upset, she and Sachin share a tender, heartfelt moment. The anniversary rekindles their bond, allowing love to triumph despite the chaos around them. For a fleeting moment, the Deshmukh house is filled with warmth, even as conflict waits just beyond the door. Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Shobha gifts outfits to Sachin and Siyali as an anniversary token, but Renuka cruelly humiliates her. The insult stings, leaving the atmosphere heavy with tension. Just as emotions peak, Savitri unexpectedly arrives, bringing joy to the celebration. Her presence lifts spirits, momentarily mending strained bonds. The family rallies around her, grateful for her warmth and blessings, even as Renuka simmers quietly with resentment. Thursday, September 18th, 2025. Savitri hints at a hidden gift and expresses her hopes for good news from her daughters-in-law. Meanwhile, tension escalates when Sachin learns that Dilip gave away his shirt, unknowingly upsetting Siyali. The gesture, though small, sparks a misunderstanding between them. Siyali feels overlooked, while Sachin wrestles with guilt. The Deshmukh house is once again pulled into silent conflict, proving that even minor moments can ignite deep emotions. Friday, September 19th, 2025. Siyali opens her heart to Sachin, expressing her emotions and seeking comfort. Their honesty leads to reconciliation, healing the rift between them. The family, in turn, surprises them with an anniversary celebration, reviving cherished memories. The evening becomes one of unity and warmth, with love taking center stage. For a short while, the family's troubles fade, replaced by the glow of togetherness and celebration. Saturday, September 20th, 2025. Mamta gifts Siyali a pair of gold bangles, which she graciously shares with Riya. The gesture highlights her generosity, but stirs disapproval from Renuka. Later, Siyali offers cake to Shobha, which further ignites Renuka's discontent. The incident underscores the fragile balance in the house, where even kindness sparks conflict. While Siyali continues to act with love, Renuka's bitterness deepens, threatening to unravel the peace yet again. Sunday, September 21st, 2025. Dilip arrives at the anniversary with a gift of a shirt and varnamalas, adding warmth to the occasion. The family accepts his offering, weaving his presence into their celebration. Meanwhile, Sachin privately shares his romantic plan to propose to Siyali with Arman. The anticipation of Sachin's proposal fills the day with excitement. Love blossoms anew, but beneath the joy lies the reminder that happiness must always be fought for. 22nd, 2025. Siyali is overwhelmed with happiness at Sachin's romantic surprise, basking in the love they share. Their moment together is tender and intimate, affirming the strength of their relationship. Later, Savitri privately voices her concerns to Paresh about building a separate room for the couple. Though well-intentioned, her words spark unease, hinting at potential divides within the family. Even moments of bliss are shadowed by the weight of practical worries and shifting family dynamics. Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. Renuka's joy reaches new heights when Tejas and Roshni decide to name their shop after her. Pride fills her heart, and she basks in the recognition. Meanwhile, Savitri quietly advises Siyali never to compromise her dignity, planting wisdom in her heart. The two contrasting moments highlight the different paths unfolding in the Deshmukh family. While Renuka revels in favoritism, Siyali takes Savitri's words to heart, preparing herself for the battles ahead. Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. As the showroom opening nears, Sachin suggests inviting Renuka and Paresh as chief guests, a gesture that surprises many. At the event, Renuka beams with pride as she cuts the ribbon, soaking in admiration. For her, it feels like a long-awaited victory. The ceremony becomes a milestone for the family, but beneath the celebration lies an unspoken truth. Sachin's generosity contrasts sharply with Renuka's favoritism, highlighting the widening gap between fairness and bias. Thursday, September 25th, 2025. At the showroom, Mamta proudly purchases an AC, while Siyali buys a simple mixer. Renuka wastes no time belittling Siyali's modest choice, showcasing her favoritism once again. Siyali swallows the hurt, though the sting of unfairness lingers. Savitri watches the exchange closely, later warning Renuka about her biased behavior. Though her words are calm, the weight of her warning is clear. Favoritism threatens to destroy the family's unity. Friday, September 26th, 2025. The Deshmukhs enjoy a rare day of bonding, sharing work and laughter as they build dreams together. But Sachin later admits his sadness to Siyali, confessing his frustration about not being able to provide her with more. His vulnerability is laid bare, showing the depth of his love. Siyali reassures him with compassion, proving that love matters more than material wealth. Their moment of honesty strengthens their bond, reminding them that partnership, not possessions, is what holds them together. Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Renuka accuses Siyali of harboring jealousy toward Tejas and Roshni, sparking a bitter confrontation. For the first time, Siyali boldly stands her ground, defending herself with strength and dignity. The exchange leaves the household tense, lines clearly drawn. Meanwhile, Joy cunningly instructs Mamta to create rifts within the family. His manipulations threaten to deepen existing divides, planting fresh seeds of discord in the fragile home. Sunday, September 28th, 2025. Roshni blames Sachin for rejecting Mamta's AC purchase, accusing him of resenting Tejas' success. Her words ignite fresh tension, but Siyali gently intervenes, urging Sachin to manage his anger with wisdom. Her calm presence diffuses the storm before it can escalate. Though peace is restored for the moment, resentment still simmers in the air. The Deshmukh family walks a fine line, balancing love and bitterness in equal measure. Monday, September 29th, 2025. Renuka lashes out at Sayali and Sachin, holding them responsible for the disputes troubling the family. Her accusations deepen the rift, leaving the couple once again cornered. But Riya rises in defense of Siyali, refusing to let Roshni exploit her weakness. The unexpected support strengthens Siyali, though the conflict leaves scars. The Deshmukh household grows increasingly polarized, each side waiting for the next storm to break. Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. Tejas and Roshni set out for Savitri's village, chasing whispers of hidden treasure mentioned in a newspaper. Their journey is driven by greed and curiosity, blind to the consequences it may bring. Meanwhile, Savitri grows anxious when Roshni begins questioning her about the supposed secret. The tension thickens as motives collide, one side seeking fortune, the other desperate to protect the truth. The month closes on a note of uncertainty, with the Deshmukh family's unity hanging by a thread.